Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Breakdown. And it's been a long time, and thinking about doing a lot of things with my channels. This channel will not change. It is Breakdown, and it's where I break down everything about pro wrestling. But this is a little bit different because I'm going outside my box, and this is things I kind of want to go for. Everybody does the Raw review. I don't know where I was going with that. The Raw reviews and the SmackDown reviews, and WWE talks in general. And some people cover New Japan. That's probably about it. If anybody talks about like any other wrestling, it's usually Ring of Honor, possibly, maybe some Impact. But today I want to talk about something a little bit different. I want to talk about some promotions that are on YouTube that you can check out for free and that are really, really interesting. Some cool wrestling on YouTube you can watch for free. And also come back here and let me know about what you thought about the episode. So today we're going to be taking a look at MLW Major League Wrestling, Episode 1 of Fusion. But evidently, this promotion has been around quite a long time. They now are on YouTube, and you can watch them, check them out. They got pretty good production values. They actually switch between cameras and things like that, so it's a really good production value. And I didn't catch the other ring announcer's name, but Tony Schiavone. I was just thinking about this guy the other day. Like, why is he not in pro wrestling in one of the big promotions? He's such a great announcer. Probably just he's getting up in age and doesn't want to travel the world, probably like everybody else does. So I love Tony Schiavone. I love the way he announces. I'm definitely going to be watching more at MLW, and I'll be bringing the reviews to you and to check out and give you a little update on what's going on in MLW. Now, currently, I would like to say that the world champion is Shane Strickland at this point in time. Now, I don't know if he is currently the MLW world champion, but at this point in time, Shane Strickland was the world heavyweight champion of MLW. Now the episode starts off with Tony Schiavone and they do talking briefly. They show their things and they get right into action. ACH from ROH fame, I know. I've seen him there. He's a pretty good wrestler. And then Austin Aries was on the program. I'm like, whoa, Impact's world champion? Like, whoa, that's huge. I mean, this is quite. I mean, it's probably about 7 weeks ago. This was when it actually I think started on YouTube. So. Pretty cool. Austin Aries won with a brainbuster, but it was a pretty interesting match. They went a decent amount of time. I think it was around 15 minutes or so, because the episode was only like 48 minutes long. So it's pretty reasonable. Probably it's around an hour long, but it's usually under an hour. That these episodes are. I've seen the time stamps for almost all of them. I don't think any of them go over an hour. If not, not by much. But yeah, and then we got a promo from a guy who I couldn't figure out who it was at first. And then literally, like seconds later, after the next match, they show that next week Shane Strickland will take on Jimmy Havoc, who is, I believe, an English wrestler that's pretty gaining notoriety. He's pretty popular right now. But he did a promo after the Aries and ACH match. It was kind of interesting promo, basically saying he's going to bring blood back to pro wrestling in MLW, because I guess before... I think that's Carino and Dusty Rhodes used to wrestle either in MLW or in just in Florida in general, because that's where MLW is I think it's in Orlando is where it's stationed. But yeah, and I don't know if MLW maybe is what took over the Universal Studios, but I don't think so. It looked like it was in a different location. But anyways, then we got Chico Adams, who is, I guess, a jobber. Took on Barrington Hughes. This guy is huge. Hughes is huge, and he pretty much looks like he's a 400-pounder with no muscle mass at all. Looks like he's got a lot of charisma, and I think that's pretty much what's getting him momentum in this thing. He's really popular with the fans, though. People seem to pop for him and stuff when he came out. So kind of wanting to see more of him, see what he can do in the ring. Can he do anything else in the ring? Or is he just a big guy that just, squishes people? He won this like basically like kind of like a Uranagi thing that Samoa Joe does. He did that like right off the bat, slammed like Chico like really, really hard. And he won kind of really, really fast. That was like the only move of the match. It was done. Then we got a probably like 17, 18-minute match between Ray Phoenix and Pentagon Jr. Wow, this is a good match. Now I will say this match kind of shocked me because there wasn't a whole lot of holds. It seemed like for the first 6, 7 minutes of the match, it seemed like they would do a few moves, and then there would just be a lot of striking and stuff, which I wasn't a huge fan of. But I mean, it was a pretty good match. It was a good match. It ended really really good. They had moments where they were messing with the crowd and getting the crowd into it. This is kind of more of a smaller promotion, so there's going to be probably things involving the crowd where they'll go out, grab a hats and put on, like Pentagon Jr. grabbed the hat from the crowd and was like putting it on. That was pretty interesting. Pentagon is supposed to be, I think, the heel, and he's like over with the crowd, and Ray Phoenix is the baby face, and the crowd like he's like trying to get the crowd into it, like doing this. And come on, come on, come on. And they're like no reaction whatsoever. It's kind of hilarious how the wrestling world is kind of weird right now. But Pentagon Jr. was down there with some chick. I don't know who she is. They said her name. I think she's more prolific in this organization than whatever. But he wins with some move called the Fear Factor. I don't even know how to explain this move. It was really awesome though. It also looked kind of like a tiger bomb kind of thing where you flip it over like a power bomb. Flip. I don't even know how to explain it. You have to check it out. I think it's his finisher everywhere. So Pentagon Jr. got the win. It looks like in episode 3 or 4. It looks like Pentagon maybe faces the world champion of MLW. So maybe he gets the championship. I have no idea. But it looks like Shane may still be the champion. As I've seen future episodes, I saw Shane kind of featured pretty well. So who knows? We'll find out in future episodes. I'll probably check out another episode here in a few days, and I'll get the results down, and I'll do another review. But hey, let me guys know what you think about MLW. Go check them out. It's Major League Wrestling. You can type up MLW Wrestling and find it really easily on YouTube. I would put the link below, but just type up MLW Wrestling. It's so much easier. And I would put the link, but it's not necessary. It's really cool. Trust me, it'll be worth your time. It'll be worth your time. Anyways, but yeah, pretty good match. Austin Aries and ACH is really entertaining match as well. I didn't really talk about that a whole lot, but a lot of back and forth, a lot of match. Just things you would assume you would find in an Austin Aries match. He did a lot of good things. He didn't win with the last chancery, so that was weird. He did try and do it a couple times, one near the beginning and one near the end, but he was unsuccessful. ACH, I don't really know what his finisher is. I have no idea what it even is. But he wrestled pretty good. There was a lot of showboating during the match. It was kind of interesting. Like I said, playing to the crowd more like the independent style. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the review. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Let me know what your thoughts about on NLW and maybe this episode if you've seen it. Catch you guys later. Keep rocking. Keep on watching MLW. Later.